We have interviewed some people for whom, if their identity were to come out, their lives would be endangered.
Back in 1976, it was quite controversial in our town they had a, I wasn't at this rest area, but there was a rest area that was notorious for gay gentlemen at the time to pick up each other.
Yeah.
And the gentleman was lucky. I had just turned 18 when we got picked up, because probably 6 months earlier, it would have been a different story. But
Yeah.
it was a strange coming out. I said, now that I have this title, I'm not going to, what do I do with it? And I said, I'll start a bear group. And I put out a notice on a couple of email, I should say, back then they were Google lists or something, or they weren't really emails, and people started coming and the group formed.
Mm-hmm.
We actually had the first run of bears to P-Town in February of 1993, and we did it for 4 years in the middle of winter, which was really, we called it a hibernation then.
Do you identify as a bear? And in your opinion, what is a bear in 2024?
I'm happy that it's continued in all of its shapes and sizes and forms, be it in P-Town, Sitka, or wherever you may find the bear event in your local backyard.
Yeah.
I think they've evolved, into a great marketing machine where people are marketing to us. There's a lot more synergy around selling things bear-esque to the bear community than there were back in my 20s. If you want to come to a bear event, I don't care if you're 120 pounds or 600 pounds, as long as you want to partake and enjoy the company of everybody.
Oh my God. There's an annual bear weekend in Palm Springs that began after IBR closed. Bear Convergence.
Anytime we push an envelope into a different area, it helps everybody. Even if it's not your cup of tea, these 20, 30-year-old guys feel very comfortable wearing something like that, where gentlemen of our age, if we ever did that at that age, we would just be laughed off the street. Be a bear, but be welcoming would be my two things. If I'm really tired or I've had 3 cocktails, I will sound like Kenny Kennedy in an instant.
New England Bears has about 10 posts a day. That's 10 plus posts a day. How did you get into the bagel business? Like, how did that become your...
That's my other half, Andy's world, where we both worked in software for years. By the time we opened our shop, all of them had closed, and we had nothing to do with it. It was just either retirement or they lost their lease. I decided to go to the gym and just work out. I'm not trying to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. I just trying to work out to be healthy. That's all I'm doing.
We would love to be a recipient of copies of that kind of thing, either digital copies, physical copies. Point us to places where they're gathered and we can go get them. And we'll make note of those. So
we always had the first video camera coming out, so we do have all that stuff. The running joke with him is he brought 2 suitcases full with clothing changes, and he was dragging them to the shoot. I said to him, "Aren't you going to be nude?"